Cogo is a coordinate geometry tool. In this tutorial I'm going to show you how to interrogate and generate points from this design example. So here we have an outline of a building showing a ridge height and an access road and some drainage. To access Cogo, from the Calc drop-down menu select Cogo functions or press F2. To start we must first specify a base point to create a baseline. So we do this by clicking on the editor model, which automatically snaps to the nearest point. The log tab shows our selected point. So to specify the baseline we either enter a bearing and a distance, or we click on the second point in the model. So now we've created a baseline. This shows us the parameters of our baseline. Shows us the bearing of the line, the horizontal distance, slope distance, height difference and gradient. Now we can use the query point to click on other points in the model. And the log screen shows us the query point and the change in offset from the baseline, and also the bearing, angular difference and height difference. So if we click on the ridge level, you can show the ridge starts 10 metres along the building line, it's offset 15 metres and the height difference is 4.8 metres. We can generate points off this baseline by simply entering a bearing and a distance, or an angle and a distance, or simply by typing a change and offset along the line. So I enter a point that's 10 metres along the line and offset 5 metres along the line. When I select add this point and go to the points tab, it shows us our generated point. So add another point that's 20 metres along the line, offset 10 metres. You can also attach a label with a point code. Pressing add this point adds it to the list. To add these to the editor, we simply click add to editor button and select yes to clear from the generated point list. You can see our two newly generated points. So I'm going to use Calc Cogo now to add in a radius around this channel line of a road. You see we've given points for the tangent points, and the text tells us it's a 12 metre radius. So we create a baseline from the tangent points, and now we can enter a radius along this baseline, it's 12 metres. So the red line shows us our baseline with a radius attached to it. To generate points along this line, we select add multiple points on the line. So we can specify a start distance along the line, that's a metre, an interval at which the points are generated, generate them every 2, and an end distance, which is the end of the line. Select add points, open the points tab, we can see our points that have been generated. We'll add those to the editor. We can see the added points. The level is derived by interpolating along the baseline. You've got a level at the start and a level at the end. Levels can also be derived from a background model. So I'll open a background model up and show the triangles of this model in magenta. Using Calc Cogo, create a baseline and generate some points along the line. And from the level options, we'll select levels from the model and select the background model. You can see now that our generated points have levels derived from our selected background model. This from the background. So we're going to use Cogo now to generate an extension to this building, and we'll use a function which is called corners. So first of all we'll define a baseline, select the corners option, move that radius. So now we can generate lines just perpendicular to this baseline, so by adding a positive or a negative offset. Offset of -10. And once a new point is added, it automatically creates a new baseline from here to the original start point. So we can then once again just add a positive or a negative offset. We've added a sequence of points to note an extension to the building. We'll add these to the editor. You can see the points added there. Another function of Cogo is to add points around a circle. So once again, generate a baseline and select points around a circle option. Now here we need to specify the bearing interval for the points. So we'll do these every 6 degrees and we'll have a radius of 5 meters. Now we can also specify the start bearing for the point generation and also the end bearing. So we'll do these from 45 degrees to 270. Click add these points, check the points tab, and we can see all our points, add to editor. So we can see our points, that's a 5 meter radius from 45 degrees to 270. The last option we have for Cogo is an intersection tool. So once again we'll specify a baseline, choose the intersection option, and all we need to do is specify a distance from the start of the baseline and also a distance from the end of the baseline. So the end of the blue line shows our solution. We also have an alternate solution on the other side of the baseline, so we simply select add point for that solution and add point for that solution. Add these to the editor. There we can see the two solutions.